What's good? It's your boy, Wick to the Split, and I'm back with another boxing prediction. Keith One Time Thurman versus Shawn Porter. This could be an interesting matchup, but seriously, to me, this is not going to be an interesting matchup. To me, it's not going to be one. And the reason I say to me it's not going to be one is because, I just think that Keith Thurman is gonna seriously like run right through him. That's my honest opinion, is that Thurman is just gonna, run through him and fucking knock Shawn Porter the fuck out. I'm not saying Shawn Porter's a terrible fighter. He's a strong fighter, but he's a rugged fighter, and the only way for Shawn Porter to beat Keith Thurman is if he overpowers Keith Thurman, and trust me, I think we all know that that shit ain't gonna happen. That shit ain't gonna happen. Like he ain't overpowering Keith Thurman. It's not happening. Like Thurman's gonna be way too strong for him. I don't know what round Thurman will knock him out in. I'm not going to do a prediction on a round, because I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I don't know what round Thurman will knock him out in. But my prediction is just down the line, Thurman will stop him somewhere down the line. Somewhere down the line, Keith Thurman will stop Shawn Porter. And I think also, not only will he stop him, but I think down the line, Keith Thurman will beat the brakes off of Shawn Porter's ass. But like I said, I'm not giving a prediction because I seriously I have no clue what round Thurman will knock Porter out. But I have a theory that it will probably be late. But I know that somewhere in the fight, Keith Thurman will knock out Shawn Porter. Somewhere late in the fight, maybe. Or maybe you never know, in the second round, third round, who knows. But somewhere in the fight, Thurman will throw that one punch like he always does, and he'll just fucking jack Shawn Porter up. And I think that Thurman should try his best to get Pacquiao in the ring after this. Or if not, I think that Keith Thurman should honestly fight Earl Spence. Earl Spence has been making some fucking noise in boxing. Like, he's been just like, making a lot of noise. He beat Chris Algieri, and I think that and the thing is, Earl Spence is powerful as fuck, because Earl Spence took out Chris Algieri. That was something that Pacquiao and Ruslan Provodnikov, the two strongest welterweights, couldn't even do. I mean, he did something that Pacquiao couldn't even do. Earl Spence knocked out Chris Algieri. Like, he like ran right through Chris Algieri. And I think that, I think Thurman and Spence should honestly fight after this, because I don't think this is going to be much of a competition for Keith Thurman. I just think Keith Thurman's just gonna, eventually just run right through Shawn Porter. But like I said, the only way for Shawn Porter to win this fight is if he overpowers Keith Thurman. And like I said before, he ain't overpowering Keith Thurman. I mean, Keith Thurman's gonna kill him. So like I said, I don't know what round Thurman knocks Porter out, but he's gonna knock Shawn Porter out. Like, I would say probably later in the fight. You know what I mean? But I think down the line, Shawn Porter will just beat down. Not only just get his ass whooped, but he'll get beat down. And I think that Keith Thurman should try and go after should try and go after like Earl Spence or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that would be an interesting fight. Because Earl Spence is a strong fighter. Keith Thurman's a strong fighter. So those are two young strong fighters. You know, going at each other. So hopefully Keith Thurman could land that fight with Earl Spence, because I know Earl Spence is avoided. Earl Spence is avoided. Earl Spence is hella avoided. You know what I mean? And same thing with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's hella avoided. And these are two fighters who are like super avoided. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they could get these two avoided fighters in the ring. I don't know exactly what will happen in that fight. I'm curious to see it. So hopefully they could just hurry up and get these two fighters in the ring. I know Keith Thurman don't back down from nothing. Shawn Porter is a strong fighter, but I just don't think he's gonna be able to last with Keith Thurman. Like, I just think Thurman's gonna eventually run through him. But I'm not saying Shawn Porter sucks. I'm not saying that at all. Shawn Porter's a strong fighter, but just, do I think he's strong enough to stand in there with Keith Thurman? No. Down the line, like I said, Keith Thurman will just destroy him. But hopefully we can see Keith Thurman in some big fights later in his career, because I know that if he lands that Pacquiao fight, you know, this could be a good sign for Thurman, because Thurman's a dangerous fighter, and I think that he'll do good, and he could hang with the best of the welterweights. I mean, I don't honestly don't know a welterweight who. I just think that Keith Thurman, the only welterweight who seems to be able, who probably could stand in there with Keith Thurman, would just be Earl Spence. That's just it. I mean, just be Earl Spence. I mean, I don't see any other welterweight being able to be in there and fight with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's just too strong. So hopefully we could just see Thurman get in there and fight Earl Spence next. Anyways, guys, leave me a comment. Thanks, brothers. Leave me a comment in the bottom and tell me what y'all think. Peace out, bros.